Well, I gotta start somewhere. It's hard to say starting whenever you've lived here your whole life and trying to come back home. But a quick walkthrough. And today it really felt like the first day. Everything else felt like projects that I just did on the side, but the shift of the focus started today. Oh yeah, that's right, I got my alarm set. All right. Day one. This is a big open room. That was the room we were never allowed to sit in as kids. We got this huge bay window that Christy bought from a buddy, and then once he got it here, somehow the carpenter that was living here decided he'd take and put it in. I think I asked him to, but something wasn't right. He didn't know how to put it in right, so it's not complete. I got, big gaping holes and pieces of plastic that go in here. But Dad used to have a giant flower pot. It was red. It was painted with redwood, I remember. He had all kinds of exotic plants like aloes and ferns and even like palm trees like that were starting to grow in here. But we never really used the room until later in life. Started using it as Christmas. Here's the kitchen. Where all happened. The Jaguars were just in town, some of them, and it brought back all the memories of. There used to be a double oven here, and Christy's eyes lit up when I told her that, like she might like something like that again. There's some shelves that Christy just ripped out of here. They were always hard to get to. The mouse loved them. Believe it or not, me and Joe Mike pretty much had this garage put away and spotless. And then as we were working over there, coupled with the fact that people were living in the house and not actually, we didn't have room to put some of the stuff away. I was in such a hurry that some stuff just got left, and some of it's other people's crap that they brought and didn't take when they left. Some of it's I see from my garage. Yeah. It's all gotta go. But yeah, it's no longer cleaned up anymore. I'm not going to walk back into the garages today. But, oh man, all of that. And it's all got stuff just scattered about inside of it. So much organizational. I actually would like to turn that into a little efficiency unit and maybe even invite Joe Mike to come live there one day. But that seems so far away. But yeah, put some steps over there. That's where the boat stuff's going to happen eventually. Hopefully sooner than later. Right towards the end, Joe Mike came and see this paneling here. It was paneled all over the basement that way, plus these here back walls. Dad used to have paneling there, but then he put siding on these back walls. And it was cool and let it breathe. I'm sure this place is plagued with black mold and everything else. We'll find ways to cure that as we go along. This used to be a room. This here fireplace will heat the entire house without any issues. So long as I can get wood dropped off. Seems to be a problem these days. Yeah. I want to get rid of this double sink and go just to a single. I forget why Dad had it. There was a good excuse at some point, but I forget. I asked John from Firelands, John Young. By the way, use them if you're local. They're the best. About going to an electric heat on demand, and he said the electrics are nowhere near as good as the gas ones. I wouldn't be nowhere near as impressed as I am with the other one. Another set of shelving. It might come down and get replaced by some wire stuff. This used to be where we loaded all the bullets. This was Dad's little factory. He made lures and bullets inside of a little kiln or whatever it's called, a melting pot. And then he actually had a small firing range shot in here for pistol. Not that far, but this was a weight room. I asked Joe Mike not to tear it up, but he did, and it's actually not a big deal. This is $1,000 in wood planking that I bought, and I don't know where I'm going to stick it now. It didn't end up going in the shipwreck house, at least as of yet. A couple washer dryers. I don't want to stick them over there until I'm certain we're going to be here and not flood. I think I'm going to go to black glass block windows there. This is where our wood chute usually is, another window, but I think I'm going to put just like a metal door there upon Joe Mike's suggestion. All right. Yeah, I mean, when I would show my videos of Dad, I never went through all of this stuff. I mean, this was, anybody who's been around a while knows that this was my bedroom, and it's where Dad pretty much slept his nights away, and then he would get up and take himself upstairs until he didn't do that anymore. For whatever reason, the light isn't working now. It was. So the bathroom I tore up. I was worried that the floor was so soft that we were going to drop through, but I didn't realize that there was a subfloor under it. Dad actually did it right. In a fit of irony, when I fixed some plumbing upstairs so I could finish tearing this one up, I let it leak and it came down the wall and got this subfloor wet. Dad had put a piece of plastic down and it had never been wet a day in its life until then. But this was June's room. Pictures are still there. I don't know if Danny's was still there whenever Joe moved in. I don't think so, because Myra would stay in here. Dad's actual art. Just moved Brian's stuff out of that room because Christy wants to start our adventure here in this other room, in Danny's room. So this is going to be where we start. Put a bed in here so I can wake up in the morning and just get started. It's been too long. And that'll do it for the tour of the beginning. I'm sure a year from now I'm going to wish I had taken something. All right. There's a dog in the car waiting for me.